Rotarians are world leaders at making a difference. So how better to ensure we continue to do good in the world than by connecting with more volunteers, activating them into members, and nurturing them into community leaders. In the all-member survey for Zone 8, the biggest reason our members joined and stayed in Rotary was community service. So of all the aspects of our rich membership experience, Rotarians reported that making a difference for people in need gave them the biggest buzz. Meanwhile, the Australian Bureau of Statistics tells us that 3 out of 10 Australian adults volunteer, which means that more than 6 million people share our purpose to make a meaningful difference for others. With the disruption of the pandemic, rising interest rates, inflation, and global events having a greater impact on more people in our communities, the urgency to connect volunteers in our clubs and neighbourhoods with the most pressing community needs has never been greater. But given Rotary has been in the community service business for a century, why aren't we seeing these millions of Australians signing up to become members of organisations like ours? Given we're world leaders at making a difference, given our connection with our local communities and their needs, why aren't our clubs connecting with more of these people who want to do good in the world? Now, a key reason is not unique to Rotary, but is shared by all membership organisations. People's habits and preferences are evolving at a fantastic rate, enabled by technology, new working methods, and other demands such as family activities. While the good that Rotary does in the world is acknowledged and celebrated, our traditional membership experience isn't resonating with generations who spent the last decade coordinating their events on WhatsApp, ordering the food for it on Uber Eats, and catching an Uber there and home if the parking's bad or they plan on having a drink, which, by the way, they probably ordered from their table via a QR code. So people are now used to getting exactly what they want moments after they decide they want it. So if people want to make a meaningful difference for their community, how can Rotary, as the experts in making a difference, help them do that this weekend? To celebrate Rotary International Convention in Melbourne this year, District 9800 partnered with a new concept club, Rotary Activate Victoria, and a very established club, Rotary Canterbury, to do exactly this. We launched Big Difference, a new public activation to connect with 1,200 new volunteers from across the community, gathering in Melbourne's CBD, Federation Square, to pack 100,000 emergency relief meals for people in need in Ukraine, Turkey, and Syria. Rotary Canterbury's FORaMEAL program facilitated the emergency relief meal assembly, and Rotary Activate's wavevolunteer.org platform provided the connection to the new volunteers from across Melbourne. Now, to be clear, these were 1,200 new volunteers from the community, not Rotarians. Now, Rotary members volunteered to supervise the packing tables, wearing high-vis printed vests with "Ask Me How to Make a Difference," and taking the opportunity to ask volunteers what brought them to the event. What was important to them? What's the change they would like to see? And how could Rotary help make that happen? We used rotary.org/join as our call to action, and inquiries were distributed for follow-up. So what worked, and how can your club successfully run volunteer events to connect with more volunteers and activate your club? Number 1, make it meaningful. So choose a cause that matters to the community and make that the focus of your promotion. Research and our experience tells us that the environment, equity and mental health are the most popular. And equity includes access to nutritious food, a place to live, education, and a community network. Number 2, make it hands-on. The most popular events are ones where the volunteers feel like they've made a tangible difference, where they've worked on the actual thing that will benefit someone else, where they can selfie themselves in front of their efforts and share it with their network. Great examples include tree planting, cooking and distributing nutritious meals, and assembling relief kits. Now, fundraising events don't appeal to as many new volunteers, so while they are essential, save these activities for established members. And number 3, make it convenient. This is critical and probably the most challenging. Remember, we talked about Uber and QR codes. Most volunteers are at an age where they're working jobs and raising a family, so ensure your event is held on a weekend at a nearby location and that it's free. Let people register online right up until it starts, and design your event to have as few requirements as possible. Try to remove the training and accreditation, because this will open your field of available volunteers dramatically. Think of your event as an introductory experience rather than a sophisticated, ambitious operation. Activating your club through meaningful, hands-on and convenient volunteering does more than connect you with more volunteers. It can reinvigorate your existing members with fresh aspirations, new challenges, and most importantly, new members who could use experienced mentoring to develop into community leaders. And that opportunity to connect aspiring young people with purpose, with experienced Rotarians, is for me the most exciting aspect of this whole endeavour. And our wealth of knowledgeable leaders is one of Rotary's greatest competitive advantages. I hope this has been useful for you and your club. Please find out more online by visiting our website, rotaryactivate.org.